A recent article from Goldman Sachs stated that India is expected to reach a GDP of $52 trillion in the next 50 years, surpassing the United States of America and becoming the world's largest economy. Additionally, at India's current rate of GDP growth, it is projected to become the world's third largest economy within the next 3 to 4 years. In today's video, we'll explore the key factors that will propel India towards becoming a $50 trillion economy. Additionally, we'll delve into the potential challenges that could hinder this growth trajectory. India stands as the world's fastest growing economy, surpassing expectations set by the IMF and World Bank in 2023, with a remarkable growth rate of 7.2%. This impressive economic expansion occurred during a period of time when many countries, like Germany, were basically in a recession due to the energy crisis caused by the Russia-Ukraine war. The reason for this lies in India's unique position within the global geopolitical landscape and its foreign policy. Dr. Jai Shankar, India's foreign minister, under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has crafted a foreign policy that is nothing short of masterful. India has chosen the path of non-alignment, utilizing its historic ties with Russia to secure oil at discounted rates, and leveraging its status as the world's most populous democracy to gain support from the USA. You might wonder why both Russia and the USA are keen to maintain these relationships. The answer is India's strategic importance to both nations. Russia relies heavily on India's purchases of oil and weaponry to sustain its economy. In 2022, India imported goods worth $40 billion from Russia, a figure that has likely exceeded $50 billion this year. The USA also depends on India, especially in potential conflicts with China. India's strategic location makes it a valuable ally for the USA. Additionally, India possesses the world's fourth largest military, which could be crucial in any conflict involving China's southwestern border. Due to this, India was able to maintain high growth even during a period of economic shutdown. Now, let's discuss why India is poised to become a $50 trillion economy. But before we do that, if you enjoy such content and would like to watch more, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. It really helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. Now, back to the video. The primary reason, as you may have guessed, is its young workforce. India boasts the largest youth population in the world. Approximately 66% of its total population, over 808 million people, is below the age of 35. Nearly 40% of the Indian population falls within the 13 to 35 age bracket. In fact, India has more people under 35 than the entire population of the United States. This demographic is expected to be the main catalyst for India's economy. In contrast, countries like China, Japan, South Korea, and Italy are facing rapidly aging populations with declining numbers each year. For example, Japan's population decreased by nearly 800,000 in 2022. A shrinking global population could potentially lead to a contraction in the world economy. Conversely, an increasing population tends to drive economic growth. India's population is projected to continue growing until around 2064, suggesting that India will be a significant driver of global economic growth until then. Another reason for India's growth is its India Stack. India Stack is a set of digital infrastructure components that collectively enable various entities, including governments, businesses, and individuals, to interact and conduct transactions electronically. India's small businesses have traditionally struggled to get formal loans. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, about 92% of them couldn't access formal credit. The micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, in India face a huge credit shortage, estimated to be between $250 billion and $300 billion. This gap exists because most available credit goes to larger companies with physical assets, leaving MSMEs and individuals without collateral struggling to get loans. The introduction of the account aggregator system in India could change this situation. It aims to make it easier for businesses and individuals with limited financial history or no physical collateral to access loans from formal financial institutions. The AA system is part of the India Stack, a set of digital tools for identity verification, payments, and data management, developed through public-private collaboration. The first part of India Stack is Aadhaar, a digital identity system that has helped millions of Indians, especially in rural areas, to access government and banking services. The second part, The Unified Payments Interface, or UPI, has transformed the way payments are made in India, making them instant and easy, especially through mobile phones. The third part, focusing on data management, introduces account aggregators. These are entities that help manage and share financial data securely, with the user's consent. This system can help small businesses and individuals by using their digital transaction history as a form of credibility to secure loans, making the loan process cheaper and faster. This digital transformation, especially with Aadhaar, UPI, and now AAs, is important for small and medium businesses in India, which contribute significantly to the economy and employment. The AA system could be a major step forward, bringing more small businesses and individuals into the formal financial system and boosting the growth of these businesses. In fact, the volume of digital transactions in India surpasses the combined total of the US, China, and Europe, all of which are significantly more developed than India. This highlights the sophistication of the India stack. This development could potentially position the UPI system as a future alternative to the SWIFT money transfer system. SWIFT has been a key tool for the USA in maintaining its global influence, often used to isolate countries that oppose its policies. The rise of UPI could therefore pose a challenge to the USA. In fact, this shift has already begun. Google and India have formed a partnership to globalize UPI. This collaboration aims to assist other countries in developing digital payment systems, akin to India's UPI, and to utilize UPI for cross-border money transfers, thereby simplifying these transactions and reducing dependence on conventional methods. This initiative is part of UPI's continuous international expansion. It has already been introduced to Singapore, France, Sri Lanka, and the UAE. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched UPI in France, enabling Indian tourists to conduct payments in Indian currency. Furthermore, discussions are in progress to introduce UPI in New Zealand. The third reason why India might become the world's largest economy is, surprisingly, due to China. Indeed, China's recent actions are inadvertently contributing to India's success. China's practices of creating debt traps for other countries, its aggressive stance on Taiwan, and territorial encroachments have led to a significant loss in trust by major companies and countries. As a result, many businesses are adopting a China plus one strategy, shifting their manufacturing to alternative countries, with India emerging as a primary beneficiary. Major global companies like Apple and Tesla have started moving their operations to India. Apple, for instance, has begun manufacturing the iPhone 15 in India. This shift has not only created numerous job opportunities, but also attracted foreign capital investments into India. Consequently, this influx has propelled India's stock market to become the fourth largest in the world, surpassing Hong Kong. The fourth reason why India will become the world's third largest country is its infrastructure push. A key example of this infrastructural development is the transformation of Ayodhya, a city in India. In December of the previous year, Modi inaugurated a new airport and a revamped railway station in the city, with over $2.2 billion earmarked for development projects in Uttar Pradesh, a state in India, including $1.7 billion specifically for Ayodhya. This development is part of a broader trend of nationwide infrastructural growth, moving away from the red tapeism and policy paralysis that previously hindered India. This year, several major infrastructure projects are set for inauguration, including the world's highest rail bridge in Jammu and Kashmir, the Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link, sections of the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway, and Dwarka Expressway in Delhi, and the Agra Metro. Other significant projects nearing completion are the Navi Mumbai International Airport, Noida Airport, Mumbai Metro Network's Aqua Line 3, and the Mumbai Coastal Road. India's road revolution has been remarkable, with the country now boasting the world's second largest road network, surpassing even China. The total length of national highways has seen a 59% increase since 2014. The target for this year is to build 13,800 kilometers of highways, the highest ever set in the country. The railways and aviation sectors are also undergoing significant upgrades. Investment in railways has increased, and the electrification of tracks is nearing completion. The Vande Bharat and Amrit Bharat trains symbolize the transformation of the Indian railways. Additionally, the metro rail network is expanding rapidly across the country. In aviation, India has witnessed the opening of new airports and terminals, with the total number of operational airports reaching 150 and the target to increase this to 220 by 2025. India's aviation market is the fastest growing in the world, with major aircraft orders placed by Air India and Indigo. The government plans to invest $2 trillion in infrastructure between 2024 and 2030, doubling the investment of the past 7 years. This is part of Modi's goal to make India a developed nation by 2047. With massive state spending on infrastructure and a rise in housing demand, the construction sector is booming and is expected to add up to 30 million jobs by 2030. As these infrastructure projects progress and even more ambitious ones are undertaken, India is poised to shed its previous reputation and emerge as a nation that successfully drives development, complementing its rising economic stature. By 2027, India is expected to become the world's third largest economy, with its infrastructure reflecting this economic ascent. In conclusion, India is poised to become a $30 trillion economy, supported by 4 foundational pillars. Firstly, its youthful population, with a majority under the age of 35, is set to provide a dynamic and robust workforce. Secondly, the India Stack, including digital initiatives like Aadhaar and UPI, is transforming financial accessibility, especially for small businesses and individuals. Thirdly, the global shift in manufacturing, influenced by geopolitical changes, is attracting significant foreign investment and production to India. Lastly, the ambitious $2 trillion investment in infrastructure by 2030 is underway, aimed at overhauling and expanding the nation's roads, railways, and airports. These pillars synergize to propel India towards becoming a significant global economic power. However, this growth does not come without challenges. Although India is the fastest growing country in the world, it also grapples with poverty, evidenced by a per capita GDP of 3,000. A key focus area for India must be education, as its large young workforce needs proper education and resources to avoid their potential being wasted. Additionally, India faces a delicate balancing act in its geopolitical maneuvers. It must make calculated moves to avoid antagonizing major powers like the USA or Russia, as missteps could impede its growth. Another challenge is the territorial claims from Pakistan and China, which could lead to future conflicts. For sustained growth, India needs to maintain peace and avoid wars, upholding the principle that the best way to win a war is not to fight one in the first place. In conclusion, India's ascent to a $50 trillion economy is anchored in a unique blend of demographic advantages, technological innovation, strategic manufacturing shifts, and ambitious infrastructural development. This multifaceted approach is steering the country towards remarkable economic heights, setting it on a path to potentially surpass global economic giants. Yet, the road ahead requires careful navigation of geopolitical landscapes, investment in human capital, and maintenance of regional stability. Embracing these challenges with strategic foresight will be key in India's journey in not only achieving, but also sustaining its position as a leading global economy.